Yo, before I start this video, the script was written literally before the Lego Island review, so if it sounds a little outdated, that's why. Enjoy the review. In this video, I'll be reviewing old Flash games from my childhood. I've been planning this for a while, and I've been planning on making other reviews on games I liked as a kid. The Flash games I will be reviewing is on the now defunct Adobe Shockwave engine. This engine was mainly used for animation, but it has scripting capabilities, and it can be and it was used for 3D games. Since Adobe Flash is now, well, dead, I can't play them normally on their respective websites, but thanks to the internet being the archive beast they are, I can play them using the Flashpoint emulator. Link in the description if you want to download that. Also, some of the games I'll be playing have actually been made downloadable by their original developer, so I'll link that also in the description as well. Okay, without wasting any more time with the details, let's get into this shit. The first game I'm going to be reviewing is called Redline Rumble 1. It's created by this guy named Richard Smith. When I boot up the game, it's a little flashy title screen. Starting the game, it shows you in parking lot world where you can select cars you won from races. The actual races is just you dodging cars on the highway to get a lead against the other racing car. Once you get a lead, it's literally just Frogger, but you're a car. Hitting other cars will damage your car, but there is pickups on the road that will sometimes show up that will repair your car. In later levels, there's a police helicopter that comes after you, and if you don't stay under a truck, you get arrested and you lose the car, making you have to earn the car again by going back to previous races. I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, this shit scared me because you have this loud hulking man screaming at you to get out of the car. I was like, and I had no idea what to do as a kid, bro. Like, shut up, man, leave me alone. You could also change your car's gear shift, but I have no idea how the fuck this works. I don't have a license in real life, so I just changed it to 4 for the fastest speed. The only thing I don't like about this game is every time you hit a car, the music just pauses. Bro, stop. And that's about it for this game. It's like really simple. The music's kind of repetitive. I like the PS1 looking graphics. It gives me a little nostalgia for that. And honestly, I couldn't even beat it because every time I try to get under the truck, it just completely fucks up my car. And I know you have to switch the gear fast enough, but like I can never do that. So yeah, that's about it. Redline Rumble 2. I know this video is about childhood games I played, but I didn't play this as a kid. For some reason, as a kid, it just wouldn't never launch, so yeah. Anyway, the introduction to this game gives me one of those in-a-world action movie vibes, and a billion of fucking movie parodies on that shit. Anyway, the game shows you this evil, long-headed, Yoda-looking ass nigga. He forces you, the player, to go through dangerous driving obstacles, and that's literally the whole game. Basically, the whole game takes place in the snow tundra, and you just have to avoid obstacles pretty much. The type of obstacles we are dealing with here is spikes, a big ball that shifts directions, a pothole that explodes if you drive around it. Also, there's a snow that you drive around, but I don't know what to call it, not gonna lie. The driving is fine, and I do like how the car is kind of slippery because we're on ice. Also forgot to mention there is a time limit as well as 2 markers at certain points on the drive that is set your time back to a minute. This adds some tension to the game in my opinion. And there's been some times playing this game where I made it at the last picosecond before my car blew up. And your car freaking blows the fuck up if you don't make it in time. I do like the dark atmosphere of this game. Like the last game was a colorful street racing game, but it's now the scary thriller game with some green fucking goblin that forces you to do some dangerous races. Well, yeah, this game is like the last game, pretty simple but fun. The driving is good enough, fits the environment you're driving. Obstacles are a bit shallow, but fun enough. The tension gets higher by each level. The game's too damn short though, and like, only 3 levels, unless they made episodes and it's lost media. Ooh, spooky. Fuck out of here. Okay, now on Redline Rumble 3. So in this game, you have 5 time-based mini-games. And the first one is this guy on a motorcycle where you have to pick up from the mafia. I can't focus when this nigga's ass is so cheeked up so close. Why is he modeled like that? Anyway, the guy from the mafia cars reminds me of Cool Barra's voice from Yu Hakusho. Sometimes there are time pickups since you're on a time limit, and when your motorcycle gets damaged too much, there is a big truck that will appear where you can repair your bike. The last power-up is the nitro boost to boost your vehicle, of course. I like the control of the bike. It feels like a throw in the way. Another thing that's cool is you can go in the other side of the traffic to get power-ups, or just because it looks cool. This game is fun, but I wish there was more obstacles to avoid to take advantage of how fast your bike is. The second minigame is you half-piping with a fucking minivan. I don't even understand why they use a minivan for this besides the story in the game's blurb saying the mobster job going wrong and they have to use a sewer as a shortcut. The first game's and second game's vehicles should be the other way around, bro. Anyway, the controls are smooth for this game as well, and you basically just collect gold for a high score. There's also a pipe you can hit for additional points, which will put you in the right direction for gold. There is as well nitro and time pickups. Like the last game, it's kind of fun, but it's lacking like challenge, like obstacles, you know, that would hinder your car's movement or something. To me, a challenge makes the game more fun and more worthwhile, replayable. And this is not really replayable. You're just half-piping with the fucking minivan. Anyway, the next minigame is basically the first game, but you're in a police helicopter instead of helping out the mafia on a motorcycle. Controlling the helicopter takes a bit to get used to and feels awkward. Trying to get the suitcase is a bit hard since you have to slow down and then descend to collect it. Also, it's easy to crash into shit because the helicopter's so damn big, which is why I say it's awkward to control. With that all being said, it isn't that bad. It just feels, like I said over and over again, it just feels awkward to control, and it's not even the worst minigame. That title goes to, surprisingly, not this cop chasing minigame, but it's close. This is basically the hardest one so far because you have to dodge generic gray cars on this narrow ass road with no fucking repair power-ups at all. The strategy here I created is to slow down when you see an oncoming car in your way, but sometimes get between two cars, which is 99% of the time just free damage for your car. I will say I like the idea of a challenge here that I wish the other games in this compilation had, but damn, why the fuck does it have to be on this small ass highway, dude? Also, at this point, I got really tired of the repetitive-ass, bland-ass action music track in the background. I know these are small Shockwave games, but at least have different tracks or remixes. I don't know, mix it up! Anyways, the last game is the worst, not because it's the most simplest and shortest of them all. No. It's the worst because there's no challenge whatsoever. You just crush cars and repair your buddies, which they're not my fucking buddies. It's amusing for like one playthrough, but that's it. I do like launching a police car into the helicopter. That's kind of fun. It's also cool that it's different from the other minigames, but it's still just pressing one button until time goes out. Like, come on. Anyway, that's it for Redline Rumble 3. My problem, obviously, is lacking any challenges in the game except the cop one. That one is way too damn hard. I did beat it, though. Also, by the third game, the music got on my nerves, like, bro. I do like the attempt of having multiple games in one, but it just feels like it's lacking more substance within each micro game. Also, seeing how small this game is, I doubt it took this long to develop, so I don't understand why they couldn't just add like more obstacles for more challenge. Okay, enough of me saying challenge for this one game. I would say this is my least favorite of the Redline series so far, but no. No. So each Redline Rumble game has a gimmick in terms of gameplay. The first game was basically Street Racer. The second game was basically a driving obstacle course type game. And the third game was a bunch of car mini games. This game's gimmick is it's an open world game. And at first it's kind of cool. Upon replaying after years of not doing so, it's fucking awful. First thing off the bat, the car you're using is literally the same car that was used in the last game for the second mission, which is just fucking lame. Also, I gotta see this ugly trucker car insurance ass nigga again. Also, let's talk about this game's sound design for a second. Just listen to this. Fucking beautiful. Poor fucking car sounds like it's shitting out the last of its life. And it gets grading mad fast. Wow, I haven't even got into the gameplay yet and this game's already down a downward spiral. Okay. It's a shitty fucking clone of Midtime Madness. You have an open world where you have checkpoint races to see how fast you are. And then you have regular races where you race against other cars. With this glorified fucking taxi you drive, you basically have to abuse nitro pickups to get another vehicle. I did win an actual race in this game, and having a faster car definitely feels nice, but it still doesn't fix the fucking game. Also, the bland, generic, gray-ass cars are back from the previous game, but like, it's just one car when the first third games had variety of fucking cars. Like, what the hell? That's so damn lazy. And you can't even knock over the cars or push them out of the way. They just kind of tip damage your car. Like, what? Are they made of fucking titanium? The developers couldn't add basic physics to the game? How do you name a game Redline Rumble and you can't even rumble other fucking cars? Also, do I need to mention the repetitive ass music again? It's somehow worse than the last game, because combined with horrible car sound effects and with something that sounds like a fucking Pakistan phone ringtone, you get a truly head-aching experience. I also didn't get into the fact that how fucking wonky the controls are and how awkward it feels to drive around the goddamn map. The only thing I like about this game is the more damage you take, the more visual damage it shows on your car. And that's about it. This game just fucking sucks. It's so bad I had to shut off the game because my head was starting to freaking hurt. Now on to something that's not Redline Rumble. Born of guns and exploding cars. The series that this game comes from wasn't always like this. The first two Burnin Rubber games were just straight racing games. I'm not gonna go over them because they're really boring to play, but I will reference them in terms of mechanics. Like I said, this game is about racing other vehicles with a small but powerful arsenal of weapons. You do missions via this world domination campaign, where you have to travel across 5 continents to complete said missions. The environments you'll be traveling through in these missions is forests, deserts, zone biomes, and cities. There's also multiple game mode missions, like normal races without weapons, or race battles with weapons, and there's also rival battles. I'm losing to a nigga named Marty. Also a reminder, I'm using my non-dominant hand to make it harder because this game is mad easy. What I mean by that is you can continuously use boost power-ups that you only can pick up during the race, giving you a giant advantage, which can take away challenge. In Burnin Rubber 1, you had a self-nitro option that even the AI opponent could use. So why isn't this in fucking Burnin Rubber 3? You know, the third game in the series, in Evolution? Like, what? Stupid as fuck, bruh. Unlike races, race battles when crossing the finish lines doesn't automatically give you a win. You actually lose, and even then these type of races are mad easy, because all you have to do is stay behind and blow their fucking asses up! I get a car too! Boo, asshole! Yeah, race battles earn you their car even though you have to purchase the car via race winnings, which you can upgrade their speed, armor, and handling. Assuming handling means steering, though steering across the board works perfectly fine. The thing I love about this game is just destroying cars with machine guns and rockets. So simple but yet so satisfying. Just the animation of the cars turning completely brown in a beautiful explosion. Another thing is the satisfying boom sound effect. Bro, what kind of names are these? Why is Mario here? Bro, go back to your own game. Batman, nigga! There's also a goose hunt mode where you have to run away from the other cars that have weapons, but you don't get any. I'm not even gonna go over the boost nitro issue here. Just watch this. Survival, while still kinda easy, is probably the hardest challenge the game has to offer, and it's pretty fun.
Everyone has to die in this game mode.
Then there's also Rampage mode. It's just picking up detonation power-ups where you have to do a certain cost of damage, though you have to blow up some buses and trucks just to make up enough cash. Finally, there's boss battles. It's just rival battles, but again. For real though, each boss battle is kind of different. There's a boss fight where you have to race Satan instead of like race battling him. And this nigga is fucking fast. I almost lost to him when I tried to troll him. The first boss, or should I say bosses, are the worst boss design of all time. Basically, it's these two pink cars that spam mines all over the place, and then they just kill each other. Like, why would you want the boss to delete themselves? Then there's fucking Michael the Truck. I could not beat this nigga when I was a kid. Bro takes 1 billion jillion bullets to kill. And constantly drops mine all over the place on the ground. Nigga is just pooping it all over the ground. Finally got the tank boss, which is the only obstacle in the final continent of Australia, which is not even a continent. Anyway, this nigga is the easiest boss ever. All you have to do is stay behind him and his missiles and bullets will never hit you. And you unlock this super OP ass tank that bodies any competition in the game, except the race boss, I guess. Another thing about this game is the physics are fucking dog shit. You have to watch out for slopes you are on, or you're gonna blow yourself up. You sometimes slip over because of the explosions, or the slopes just fuck you up for no reason. Lastly, I like the soundtrack, and have a lot of nostalgia for it. Especially the tracks that play in the city and in the snow levels. There's also Burnin Rubber 4, but I can't run it for some reason. It's a similar open world game to Redline Rumble 4, which we do not need to talk about again. Maybe another time we can review it. There's also Burnin Rubber 5, but I haven't played much of it to really make a full review on it. And that's about it for the Flash games. I might review some of the more Flash games in the future. Peace. Bye.